It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
So we are a little over a third of our way to Pinnacles, and traffic has been a little bit heavier than we had expected. Total time, looking at our Gaia system, we've been on the road about 2 hours, 44 minutes, covering just about 136 miles. So traffic is definitely a downfall for us so far today, but hopefully we'll clear up soon and be able to make it to the caves this afternoon, and then still have plenty of time to drive the hour and a half to the campsite, get set up, and get some dinner. So we may have to play things on the fly today and see if we need to change things up, but as of right now, we're still on our way.
You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up.
You're probably wondering why on earth we filmed a sign that says Wasco and Shafter. So a couple of years ago on our trip to Oregon, we passed through here on our way to Crater Lake and saw the sign, and for whatever reason that just ended up becoming our call signs to each other. So I was Wasco, this guy over here is Shafter. So our walkie-talkies, we were talking to each other, were Wasco and Shafter. So there's a little bit of history on this road we got to see again today.
Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
We are on Highway 46 right now, passing through Paso Robles. It's a little wine area, so we've passed a lot of different vineyards, places that have signs up to stop for wine tastings, things like that. If we were wine drinkers, it would definitely be something we'd probably want to pull over and maybe enjoy, but unfortunately we are not, so we're just enjoying the scenic country and the vineyards that we're passing.
So we're like 4 hours into our trip, and we've stopped here and we're gonna eat some food, have a little lunch, and we're just gonna basically do our hiking food. So we're just doing a little bit of roll-ups, so tortillas, salami, and then just string cheese, and it works out pretty good.
All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should.
We just got on the 101 North, and we're heading, I believe, towards King City. King City is where it kind of splits, and you either head to the west or to the east entrance. So we're headed to the west first today, and then my Google Maps and the NPS website had slightly different directions on how to get there. One had some back roads through King City, which was Google Maps. The Park Service, though, said just to stay on the 101 through Soledad, and then once you hit Soledad to take, looks like it's the 146. So I think we'll follow the park website in terms of their directions, since it is their place. They probably know it a little bit better than we do. So off we go.
It doesn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
west entrance. The visitor center on this side is closed, but we're just going to walk over to it, use the restrooms, and then head down to the trailhead for our hike.
You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up, just hold on tight.
So the map behind me is actually pretty cool. It's a Braille map. So if you're blind, it has basically all the information on it in Braille and has the park and everything like that. So it's actually pretty cool. I've never seen that before.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know.
So we saw a turkey vulture when we stopped at the visitor center. Now we are on the hunt for the California condor.
You tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life?
Alright, so we just saw a little lizard. Probably only got like a little visual of his tail and stuff like that.
But it was a massive tail. That's the word that we invented this afternoon while driving through traffic. When they're doing all the road construction and they've got, 3 additional lanes they're building, they're just not there yet. So huge and massive is what the project will look like and what the lanes will be when the freeways open. Hence, massive.
But don't give up. Just hold.
About 86 when we started our hike, so it's definitely warm. We haven't really done much summer hiking in a while, probably since Glacier. 2 years ago now, I guess it was. So it's warm today.
And today's the cool day, so tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit warmer. So, but bring enough water and cover up, sunscreen, and we should be good to go.
It'll be alright.
So in terms of bugs, we've got flies and bees. Flies are good, bees are not.
All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time.
This is what makes the hike about twice as long as it needs to be. When we go set up the camera and then hike back and walk it, hike back to grab the camera. So our 2.4 mile hike will probably end up being about 3.5 or 4 miles. Maybe not that long, but we'll see at the end.
How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
So just a few seconds ago, Kelly comes up to those plants and she was like, oh, look how beautiful they are. And she was putting her hands in them. And then what I had to tell her is that, it's either poison oak or poison ivy. So we'll see later on how she looks.
This is called false news right now. I saw actually an article in AAA magazine, shout out to AAA, that had the poison oak, poison ivy, and stinging nettles, how to identify them. So we're doing pretty good.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
So there's signs all over this trail for the climbers. So they have the little offshoots on the main trail. So we've come up to the junction here in the trail where we can either go to the Balconies Cliffs or the Balconies Cave. So we'll probably hit, which one you want to go to?
To choose your own adventure, let's go caves.
So we're going to go to the caves first, then we'll walk through that, and then we'll finish it up with the cliffs. So hopefully that'll be a good way to do it.
Did your time.
We've got shade now, which doesn't help with the heat so much, but it's not quite as hot because you've got a little bit of protection.
How much longer will you suffer in this life?
We have reached the cave entrance, so we're going to go venture inside. We've got our flashlights ready, and we are looking forward to the 54 degrees.
Should be nice.
Off we go.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt.
How was that?
I can handle those squeezes.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up.
You can start to feel the coolness coming through.
Feels nice.
Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man
Ooh, tight squeeze.
inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Did it seem to do you any good?
So far, so good. I guess the closest thing so far to compare it to was kind of when we did Craters of the Moon and we, got down into the caves and there were some tight spaces. That definitely got a lot cooler. I'm hoping as we continue on, it'll get a little bit cooler even still.
I know you've tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
We've got an arrow right about there, so we know we're on the right path.
You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't get
You just suddenly emerge from the darkness.
That was a pretty cool cave. You know, we've been in a couple of other caves before, but that was pretty neat. Those are a little bit tighter squeezes, and we've been into some of the other ones, so I'll give it a thumbs up.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, there are some bees down there.
A swarm?
Yeah,
There's a swarm of bees and then a swarm of yellow jackets.
it's a whole thing.
We were able to walk through them without getting stung,
But it was terrifying.
but it was the scariest thing we've ever
Good to know.
They're right at the bottom of the hole, this rock.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Good,
awesome.
thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm scouting ahead here for those bees and the yellow jackets. I think I see them. They're right down here at this outcropping. So I think if we go through, we should be all right. So I'm gonna go through first and see what we have. Down here for sure. We're gonna go and just walk through really fast, so we're going right through them. Okay. Just walk through. Keep going, keep going.
I did not breathe the entire way through.
All right, so we made it through there.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the
Yes.
bad and the hurt.
So we just passed some scat on the trail. I'm not quite sure what it is, but if you happen to know what it is, feel free to leave it for us in the comments. It's always good to broaden our knowledge so that way when we're having these adventures, we know everything that's kind of going on around us.
It did not look human. Do you agree?
I would agree. If it was, I think we should be a little bit worried.
I don't think it's human.
So don't leave that comment below.
I know you tried so
Heading to Balconies Cliffs.
hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time.
So we are now on the Balconies Cliffs portion of the trail. We are headed uphill. This uphill is a slight uphill. Before we started filming some of these things, we spent 10 days, a week, something like that, in Yellowstone. And one of the hikes we did was 7 Mile Hole. It's named that because it feels like it's about 7 miles when you're trying to hike out. So you hike into the canyon first,
Down to the Yellowstone River.
down to the river, and then you hike out. I want to say it's probably only about 4 miles out, but it is just tiring to say the least. So thankfully this will not be anything like that.
How much longer will you suffer in this life? Don't give up.
So you want to revise your statement yet?
It's still not vertical. We basically, the path just went vertical. This at least has switchbacks.
Yes. All right, off we go.
Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.
There are the Balconies Cliffs.
All your life you've tried.
All right, time for a quick snack. We got these as a free sample one time from Amazon. They're called chomps. They're little beef sticks. So we liked them so much, we bought them. And there's gonna be a little trail snack.
And we were not paid for that free advertisement by anything. But if Chomps would like to sponsor us, feel free to.
So we're looking at the cliff face. It's kind of like when you look at clouds and you can see things in it. So this one looks like a half of a jack-o'-lantern. We'll just imagine the other half is wilted in the summer heat. But the orange and yellow kind of make up its half smile. And then there's a little bit of a green point that would be its eye. Kind of cool.
Did everything that you thought you should.
So we just crossed the junction that would take you either back to the parking lot or back to the cave. So we are on our way back to the parking lot.
0.6 miles remain. 0.6.
didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard.
We are back in the car after finishing the Balconies Cave Trail. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good hike. The only downside for me is I am not a warm weather person. It was 91 when we got back in the car, so definitely a hot one. But the trip overall was pretty good. You know, just lots of things to see. There was shade on the trail. Walking through the cave was pretty cool. So definitely would recommend someone coming out here and doing it. It's just about the 2.4, maybe 2.6 that they had said that it would be. So enjoyed it, recommend it in the cool time. What about you?
Nope, I liked it. The cave was pretty cool, so it was definitely worth coming out a little bit better than what I thought it was going to be. So definitely a thumbs up from me.
So we are headed now to the west. Nope, scratch that. Sorry, we're headed to the east side to set up camp. It's about 60 miles to get there. There's no park or no road that leads through the park, so you actually have to go out and around. So about an hour and a half until we get there, set up camp, and then have a late dinner tonight.
No, you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time.
We just saw a bunch of wild turkeys on the side of the road. So we've seen deer, lots of squirrel chipmunks that have run across the road, and then some.
You saw a coyote.
I saw a coyote as well, that is true. And a turkey vulture earlier.
How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer?